park. I cannot believe that I'm really here. This is the first time that I've ever been here, and I think it's perfect because I'm here with Jonathan. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about a fitness plan and just getting healthy bodies in mind. And that's why I knew Jonathan would be the perfect person to work with. I really want to make it clear that I'm not here to work out to get super skinny. I'm not really focused on that. I really want to be healthy. I want to have a healthy body that moves the way that I want it to move, and I want to have a healthy relationship with my body, and I knew that you would be perfect, so thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here, and yeah, that's what it's all about. We're gonna create an exercise program that really allows Kayli to explore her body and see how she can realize its full potential, and then maybe even have a little fun and feel really good about it. Yeah.
Awesome. So what are we doing today?
Today we're going to basically do a walk and talk. We're on the High Line, which is a old railroad track that the city of New York turned into a park elevated above the street, taking a little advantage of the nice weather here in New York City. So I'm going to be getting to know Kayli and where she's been, and we'll create a program based off of that.
Perfect. Okay, are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I just want to cry because I just love you so much already. Some of the things that I loved that you said to me was just to start with little things, like making me feel like I can achieve so much by walking every day, explaining how your body moves. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way that I do. That, like I said to you, I get discouraged because I think all I can do is walk. That's all I can do. When I try to run, I'm too tired. But you made me feel like that's important, and I want everyone to know that it's important that we just do the little things, and that everyone out there can do that. Everyone out there can just walk.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's so important to celebrate what you have and do what you can do, and not put energy towards what you can't do, because that's just a recipe for failure and staying in the same place.
Right.
And we want to move towards a goal with Kayli, and we just did today already. You know, every single journey starts with a single step. So many people spend so much energy focusing on what they can't do, or they worry about, you know, the perfectionism of it. What's the best workout for this or for that? And they get so caught up in the perfectionism of it that they don't do anything, and perfect ends up being the enemy of good. So don't focus so much on, you know, what's the perfect thing to do for your goal, but focus on what you can do, what makes sense, what your body seems to like, what seems appropriate. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Because walking is really powerful. It's like the difference between being totally sedentary and at least walking for 20 minutes a day is infinite. That's infinitely better. Infinitely better. And the other thing is that we were talking about, like, everything that Kayli needs and everything that you guys need to realize your full potential is already inside of you, right? It's a matter of looking inward and finding it. It's not about like the best jump rope or the best, you know, ab machine or all these things that are external to you. You can find value and, you know, utilize those tools, but it's just to wake up what's already inside of you, and that's a lot of what we're talking about.
I'm so excited to keep working with you and to keep finding these things within myself. Like I was saying before, I feel like I need to be accountable to you, and I need you along this journey until I can find that in myself. And I feel like that with everyone. You know, feel like you're accountable to Jonathan. That's why he's here for us, and be accountable to him and answer the questions that he's going to be asking me, and I'm going to be answering, until we can find that within ourselves, because I feel like we all have that inside of us.
We all do. It's an amazing, beautiful thing that we're not really taught, you know? Like we live in a society where we look for solutions outside of ourselves all the time, and when you find them inside yourself, it's more work. It's not a quick fix necessarily, but it's so much more satisfying and gratifying and sustainable and empowering. You know, it bleeds into every aspect of your life. It's not like any one thing, and that was my experience with exercise. It totally changed every aspect of my life, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my family, my parents, my relationship with women, my relationship with my sisters, my friends. So it's when you approach it with you know, a curiosity of like, wow, I don't know where this might lead, and taking it one day at a time, you can really go far. What seems like fast, you know, it took work, it took time, like everything else that's worthwhile. It takes time and effort, but it really adds up. We came up with a mantra, which is just a saying, basically, you know, an empowering saying that we can say to ourselves, And for Kayli, it's really about, and this is based on what she's experienced, and maybe some of you have out there, of just being like a passive watcher of her life, being so concerned with how other people view what she's doing in any moment, or if she looks good or not, that she ends up just being like kind of passive and the audience instead of actively living her life.
I want to stop watching my life. I want to start living my life.
So let's make it even more definitive. Like, I will stop being a passive participant. I will start living my life. I will start, I like simple too. Like, there's different ways you can do it. I will start living my life.
Right.
It's your life, you know?
Yes, I love that.
So with Kayli, we were working on flying me through AcroYoga. It's like kind of like me as an airplane and Kayli supporting me with her legs. I wanted to do that for a couple reasons. I wanted to, the first reason was because Kayli talked about something positive in her past with her body, which was when she was a cheerleader, she loved lifting people up. But the coach wanted to make her one of the people that got lifted up, so you had to be concerned with how much you weighed, and she was more comfortable being a base on the ground. So I really like this image of lifting oneself up and lifting others up. It's one of the things that allowed Kayli to break the cycle of self-destruction that she was engaged in with her eating disorder, was when Braylee came into her life. She knew she had to be healthy for her own baby. I was so moved by that part of your story, and it made me think of lifting up. This is to support other people. It's not just about you and yourself, it's your family that's dependent on you, and it's easier for people to work hard sometimes. When it's about ourselves, we can kind of be lazy, but when it's about someone else and lifting someone else up, helping your daughter or your son or your family, it can be a lot more empowering, and I see that as beautiful poetry in the airplane move that we were doing. So I knew I wanted to do it with her, and then she was telling me, well, I do this every chance that I can get. Every
time I lay down on the floor, I'm like, who wants to do an airplane?
Yeah, and that's great. That's awesome. You know, we can totally build off of that. You know, it gets to that understanding of a better question always leads to a better answer. So a great question is, how can you work out and have fun? Well, she already enjoys that. Maybe you don't, but maybe you do, you know, but you can build off of what you already like. This week, Kayli and I get to spend a little bit of time together. I'm really excited about it. We'll be training at my gym that I train out of. It's called Peak Performance. It's owned by my friend Joe. It's an amazing gym. It's considered one of the best gyms in the country. And it's really a special place. It's, you know, it's serious, but I wouldn't say it's like serious, you know? Like, people are there to work and work out intelligently and with integrity and with purpose, but it's fun also. And we have a lot of cool equipment. But we're not going to be so focused on all of that. It's really about, I want to give you some things that, I'm going to be giving Kayli things that she can do on her own as well. We talked a little bit about getting Kayli into yoga, because she already has a natural, she's already doing AcroYoga with her family.
I just didn't know. I thought it was called an airplane.
Yeah, but it's a move in AcroYoga. She was flying me just before. So this gets back to that question of like, what can you do? What do you enjoy? You know, when I asked Kayli, do you work out? She said no, but here she is doing this thing that she doesn't really consider exercise. But for me, it's maybe a lot broader than what the conventional understanding of what exercise is. Just using your body, moving your body, exploring your body, and with a little bit of effort, you know, but not too much. And we can now build on top of that foundation, right? So you'll be doing some yoga with me probably this week. We'll be going to Peak Performance and training. We'll be doing some incline walking intervals. We'll be doing some core training and a lot of bodyweight stuff that you guys at home can do and that you can do when you're at home. Stuff that it's simple, but it'll allow you to start to explore some of these things that we're talking about.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
Gyms are a little bit intimidating to me.
They are, yeah, they can be.
I don't know if other people feel this way. I always feel like I need to lose weight before I can go to the gym.
Yeah.
I need to get in shape.
No, or I need to get fit before I see the trainer, and it's such a good example of like what it's not about. It's not about the trainer. It's not about the people in the gym looking at you. It's about you, and why are you in the gym? What are you trying to do with your life? And how is being healthier and happier and disease-free going to help you do what you're supposed to do in this life? Not about, you know, thinking of the gym as a dance floor and like one entire large runway and you have to like profile and pose and be overly concerned. That's giving your power away to other people that are probably doing the same thing. And it's like everyone's in this room all worried about what everyone else is thinking, and no one's actually doing what they need to be doing and getting it done, living in accordance with their own truth about what, you know, whatever that might be. So yeah, I totally understand that, and I've lived that as well for myself. Like, I've been that person for a while. I've definitely been very body conscious in the past, so I totally get it. But there's another way and it's a lot more fun.
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's a little scary, but it's a lot more fun.
I'm sure all of you out there watching are really excited. He's amazing and I'm so excited, yay! I saw that you were answering comments and that's so great.
I was answering comments and I was so happy that so many of them were so positive. Usually there's so many negative comments on YouTube channels, and your channel is pretty amazing like that. People are really supportive and positive, and you know, for the most part it's really impressive,
right.
You know, and you're such a leader for them. It's really brave to put your face out there and own these problems that are so heavily stigmatized and that people don't talk about. And what we don't talk about doesn't get better. We think that we can stick our head in the sand and not pay attention to the fact that we have people getting sicker and sicker, and everyone's worried about how they look.
Right, right.
So, you know, you're helping all of us confront that, because you're owning it completely for yourself and for the viewers. So yeah, leave comments, let us know how you're doing, and come along for the ride.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.